Hey guys, welcome to Run It Back and let's run it back. Okay, today we're I'm doing a reaction, a rebuttal to this video right here. I was directed to Dic the Goddis by an associate, a friend, a good friend. She said, Dic Goddis is the female, version to a lot of your points. And so I had to check out, I had to see what she was talking about, and I checked her out, and like she has a lot of good content, a lot of good stuff. So shout out Six Goddess, make sure you guys check her out. And what made this so appealing, most of my fan base are men, right? I know I got some women, but the majority are men. So I felt like this was really good coming from a female because it's not the usual red pill spill. It's coming from a female. Let me adjust this a little bit so I stay more center. Yeah, it's not the traditional red pill spill coming from the guys, and then the female have the usual argument. So I wanted you to hear it from her. Most men cheat because most men are not with the women they really want. And I know it's other reasons why men may cheat or why women may say men cheat, but I like the information that she's giving out. Some gems here. Let's check it out.
Life is about. Tonight we are going to talk about, hey guys, most men cheat because most men are not with the woman they really want to be with. The subject of cheating is something that gets brought up a lot in our discussions, and I feel like for a lot of women, they feel like cheating is the worst thing a man can do. Whenever someone breaks up, they assume cheating. Whenever something goes wrong with a man, they assume cheating. Like, cheating is what a lot of women are super focused on. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it to say right quick, like she's definitely spot on with that. Like that's the creme de la creme when it comes to like females and the relationships. Like cheating is the ultimate sin. Like you cheat, you just committed, the ultimate act. Um, and that's the biggest focus of a relationship from the female side of things.
So, if you survey a group of men, the average group of men, no matter the race, if you ask them all, are men cheaters in majority? What most men will say is that most men cheat. Okay, they're not going to say that all men cheat because all men don't cheat. Okay, all men do not cheat. However, most men do. And why is that? Well, beside from, the way that they were raised, their mindset, where they are in their life. Okay, you have some men that can be cheaters at one point, and then, certain things happen, or they come to different realizations, or they get to different points in their life where they stop doing it, get out their system. There's a lot of different reasons. However, the underlying reason behind it all is that most men, the woman that they are with was not their first choice of woman. She's not the woman that he really wanted. I feel like a lot of these conversations talk about how women settle, but women may settle. However, a lot of men are pressured into relationships and marriages. Let's break that down. Fellas, you're sitting there right now. Your lady's next to you. You got to think to yourself, if I had more money, would I still have chose this woman? If I was at a different point in my life emotionally, would I have chose this woman? Have you ever heard a man say, well, I can't leave her because, she held me down? And it's a lot of men that are with a woman because she held him down. There are some men that feel like they're with this woman because, she's done so much for me, or, she has stuck with me through so much. that they feel as though they have to be with her. Okay. And this goes for a lot of men. Okay. And I know that a lot of y'all are probably like, what? Because this is not something people talk about a lot. But again, a lot of men are in a relationship because they have natural protective instincts and they do not want to be the bad guy. Okay. A lot of you all think that.
Okay, I'm gonna say here, like, this is a really good point. Um as far as, like, the onus is always put on the woman. Like, the woman side of things, they always get the look, the nod, in reference to, like, certain things, especially like settling. like like they got their girlfriends, they got everyone from their mother, their father, their brother, everybody. Man, you don't think you could have did better? You don't think you could have did better? Like, they're usually asked if they feel like they've settled. It's always like put on the woman, did you settle? But a lot of men do settle. Now, the only thing I will caution here for, a lot of men is that weak man. She made a good point with the settling, because a lot of men do have certain insecurities, certain things that they need help with, that they'll settle and they'll try to get it from their mate, which they shouldn't. They should get it from within, right? Or they should build that with their mate. um but I want to caution to the guys that think, oh, if I was at a different status with money, would I be with this chick? And or would I be with that chick? Now, that can kind of blur the lines into the suckers that, when they get money, they go to a particular type of woman that they see a rapper got. Like, you see the whole trend with getting a Latin woman, and before this you didn't even, you was with a black chick, you know what I'm saying, you was with a black queen or something like that, and now you think you just want to get a status quo. You feel like she's the status quo just because you saw a rapper with her. And ball players, all of them follow suit. They all follow the rappers. At one point it was a white chick that they would get as a status. It's just something fashionable that they do. Just like driving an exotic car or a certain type of car, it's no different than that. But statistics will tell you that the majority of black men are with black women. But you have these optics on certain major ones where it doesn't, like, it's like, dang, is everybody like jumping ship? But I just wanted to make that point because, you know it's not, I don't think she's referring to those type of guys that get the money and then try to get, like, the status quo chick that they think is the status quo chick because they saw this guy, that guy get this particular type of chick. All right, moving on.
That, oh, a man is with a woman because he loves her. No, have y'all ever heard me talk about the might as well wife? Okay, the might as well wife. That's the woman that may have done a lot for you. Maybe the woman you put through a lot, the woman that really stuck by you. And the man gets to the point where he goes to marry her and he says, I might as well. She's not necessarily his conscious choice. She's not necessarily the woman that he dreamt about growing up. But a lot of men do get to that point where I might as well. Okay? A might as well wife, might as well kids, might as well family. A lot of men think a lot more practical about things than we do. We tend to think about things in a more like emotion-based ways, whereas a lot of men, they are very good at staying in their lane. Okay, too pretty in lace, sweetie. If you might as well girlfriend or wife, just say that. But don't get in here getting triggered. I know there are a lot of ladies who will probably be triggered, but you shouldn't, because this is just life and how it goes. So please don't come for me, because I don't have time and I will block you tonight. Okay? If your little feelings get hurt, you'll be okay. I promise. So this is why I don't advocate for women to do too much for men. Okay? Because again, a lot of men are practical. Some men know they are not capable of producing stability. Some men will seek a wife to provide financial stability, credit stability, business savvy stability, because they
Emotional
know
stability.
they might not, they might not be there. Okay. So they will seek out, men tend to seek out more so the wife that they need at the time, as opposed to the wife they want. A lot of men do not think long term when choosing a wife. Someone said no real man is going to might as well. That's not true. Yes, they might as well every day. It's men that marry a woman might as well because got her pregnant. It's men that marry a woman because no other woman will put up with his stuff. Now, most men will not admit this. I didn't get on here for you fellows to say, you know what, Six, you're right. I don't expect you guys to do that because I know that a lot of you can't do that. You don't want the comment on here, your wife see it and she be like, oh really? Okay.
I tend to agree with that point. Like most men are not going to admit such a thing. I do think there's a lot of merit to that point. The might as well. However, I will say this, right? A lot of females deserve um, something out of it, right? That's why I think alimony came into play. Like, because some women, they were there through thick and thin. They help cook, clean, they help do certain things to make the home environment right, or his health right. They just took care of the guy. His mental, his everything. They helped take care of this guy on his climb to success. They took care of him sexually. He had, because a man has needs, right? We have sexual needs and wants and desires. So they took care of a lot of that. They bear kids, and sometimes when you bear kids, you could have started as that dream wife or that particular wife, but because of childbearing and just motherhood, just all of that stuff, you grow out of that. You grow out of that trophy wife status, to a degree. You grow out of certain traits, certain physical traits, if you will, and that will cause you not to be that wife, and you can kind of slide into the might as well wife category in a sense, right? But that doesn't mean that you dump her because you're up now and you got all these chicks hopping down. But we'll get back to that later, when the chicks hop down, because there's going to be a lot of temptation there, and that's where that loyalty comes in at, because she was loyal to you at one point, especially when she was the trophy wife. But I think the long term, when she made the point of the long term, I think that was real too, because that's part of the long term. Females change, uh, body parts change, body features change, especially bearing kids. So yeah, it's some good points here. Let's move right along. And I love the fact that this is coming from a female, because it's received different, and it's taken different, and it takes certain blinders off. But let's move on.
There's men that, yeah, thank you, Queen Sonara. If you have a problem, exit. Thank you. There's the door. We don't mind. Okay. There are men that get a woman pregnant and feel like, oh my God, now I gotta marry her. Again, it's a man where a woman does a lot for him and then he feels like he'll be the bad guy if he leaves. This happens all the time. So this is why I tell you ladies, stop doing too much for a man and stop forcing and guilting a man into being with you. Okay, someone says she's just convenient. Yes, this happens every day. So since the man has a more practical mindset, as well as men are very selfish, he will get with the woman that he needs, whether it be financially, like I said, credit wise, whether it be business wise, whether it just be he's comfortable and they just have a history, and he's already marked his territory and he doesn't want to have to abandon his children and have another man in his home. However, all those reasons don't mean that this is what he wants. So then what does he do? He keeps the wife that he needs, and then he goes out to sleep with and gallivant with the women that he really wants. This is why I tell you, ladies, if you think your man's cheating, if you found your man is cheating, and you are not ready to 100% slide, act like you don't know. Because 9 times out of 10, if he cheated once, he is going to keep doing so. So you don't want him knowing that you know. Now he's like, oh, she knows and she's still here. No, you want to play dumb unless you're ready to go. Okay? This is why men do that. So the ladies, what you all
Wow,
will do is,
that's deep. That's real, and it's real deep. Um, Play dumb. Wow. I've heard the whole red pill genre spit this right here, right? But again, it's coming from a woman, and not just a woman that the red pill sector. I think they pick a lot of dumb women. That come on with that foolishness, man, and basically throw them alley oops to slam dunk their points. Like it's just foolishness. Like they don't get the intelligent woman on there that's really gonna hold her own, right? Um, but that is a deep point. And I want to say here, as a guy, as a member of the male side of things, right? Um, that is easier said than done when it comes to men. Men talk women being overly emotional, women being emotional about this, that, the third, but I know guys are very emotional when it comes to a woman and another man. Like, guys can't do this. Guys cannot do this. Like, what women have to do as far as like this, guys cannot do this. Guys can't act like they don't know. Like, I know some guys, man, a woman cheat one time, man, it's curtains. It's curtains. Like, they will be super ready to kill, destroy, burn it down. Like, they will go off the hinges behind. We just look at it like different. Like, they gonna start thinking about, oh man, they gonna think so much, and they're just not gonna be able to handle it. They would never be able to take this advice. On the flip side of things, I just wanted to be transparent. I just wanted to be real with that right there, right? Because I'm coming from the guy side of things. They would not be able to do that. So let's move right along. Except those guys that put themselves in the woman's position to a degree, like the gigolo type, the player type, get with a chick that's buying them stuff, that's doing a lot of stuff, that's carrying a lot of weight that he should be carrying as the man. They'll accept certain things because they're already kind of slithering in there anyway, so they're subject to be mistreated. But let's.
you will sit, women get pregnant to try to get a man to commit, and sometimes it does work depending on the man, because some men have families, grandmothers, grandfathers, where they're not able to just be out here getting women pregnant and sliding. Some men, they get a woman pregnant, now they have their family looking at them like, so what you gonna do? Okay, so now they feel obligated to do so. Okay, men are wired to do what they are obligated to do. You understand that? Men are not wired to go after things that they want or to do things they want. No, they don't want to have to risk their life for us. No, they don't want to have to carry the heavy trash out. No, they don't want to go see what that scary noise was and be the first one to die if somebody has walked in here. No, they do not want to give up their seat. No, they do not want to give up his coat. He's cold too.
And let me say this about the men being wired. Like, this is so true. And a lot of like, especially back in the day, like with the 90s, like the 90s rap, when that we don't love them hoes, all that came, the Snoop came, all that stuff came. A lot of people got that misconstrued and was like, man, they talking about they don't they mistreat their women, they don't love their women, this, that, and the third. No, Snoop Dogg knew how to have a wife. He may have took her through some things. I'm not speaking, like, I'm not talking about that, because we all can take a woman through things, right? But what I'm saying, he knew how to have a queen that he was gonna give the world to, that he was gonna give things to. I mean, the most gangsterous cats, the most thuggish of cats, they know how to have a queen. Like, most of those guys are referring to the fling. We don't love them hoes. The chick that hopped down just because they saw him in the car, just because they saw him with the fat chain on, just because they knew he was balling. Like, they're referring to those hoes. They're telling the girl, that's what the same thing they tell the baby mama or the wife. Man, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I ain't in love. I didn't love her. Like, I don't love these hoes. I don't love that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't love her. I don't love them like that, man. Come on, man. I don't love these hoes. Like, that's the whole point of that message right there, right? But when it comes to most women, when they hop down, when they cheat, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the little thought. We talking about the women. Like, when they cheat, most of the time, it's because of real feelings, like real emotions. And I think that's part of the reasons why men take it a certain way when they find out their wife stepped outside of the relationship or whatever, or girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because most women they have different mechanics than men. Like, y'all can't sex. Yeah, sport. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be polite for you to, help out my algorithm, man. They kind of cut the legs from off and under me, man. I was going super up. They kind of slowed me down. Yeah, I peeped that, right? But anyway, men know that, like, women can't be detached and just do it for the sport. Most women can't, right? They can if they trying to get some money or something like that. But I'm saying, just for the sport, nah, they gotta have a connection, they gotta have chemistry, they gotta have all of this stuff. A man, he can just sport it out. Like, he can be hunting, like, he can be like going grocery shopping. Like, I want Fruity Pebbles today, or do I want Golden Graham? Like, not Cheerios. Oh, them Fruit Loops. Like, it's that simple for a man. Like, he can just, oh man, it's her. You know what I'm saying? It's the top. Oh, it's the back. Oh, it's all of it. Like, and then it can be nothing. Like, soon as that feeling come, that climax and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like Wayne said, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I come to my senses. Like, like, it can be that simple. But most women, it can't be that simple with. Moving right along.
However, they are wired to do what they have to do. This translates into their marriages and relationships. So if you as a woman put that pressure, because just like if I'm standing and a man is sitting and I sit there and I look at him, like, he gonna eventually get up, like, okay, clearly she wants my seat. She's staring at me. I'm sitting. She's standing. So if I sit there like this while he's sitting, he can't even enjoy the seat no more, because I'm sitting there. Like, women do that to get men into relationships. You will lure them in with money, children. You will sit and do a whole bunch for a man. Like I said, have kids and everything, and then sit there like, so you gonna marry me?
Nice. Today.
Nothing brings the pack together like a trip to Great Wolf Lodge.
Website visitors bouncing? Stress less. Convert more. Try Hotjar.
So we're gonna get into a relationship? And some of y'all might think, well, that's not gonna it does. Because again, most men do not want to look like Oh, this is the woman that held you down, or this is the woman that really liked you and you didn't want to be with her. This also goes into men's fear of failure. Because let's say the woman that held him down, but he don't really want to be with her, let's say he leaves her, gets with a different woman, and she plays him. Now he got to deal with everyone saying, see, you should have stuck with Keisha. Keisha held your back. Men don't even want to deal with that rejection. Okay? So they will sit there and they will just go ahead and roll with Keisha, even if it's not what they want. When a man wants a woman, ladies, this is why I tell you all the time. When a man wants a woman, for real, okay, and we're going to do another live about this. We are going to talk about reward females. Are you a reward female? I'm sure you guys are like, a reward female? What is that? We're going to talk about reward females. Every woman is different, and every woman has...
Okay, we're going to stop it there, 10 minutes in, and we're going to get back to, this is part one. We're going to get back to this discussion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And again, shout out Dic the Goddis. Make sure you guys check out her content. She dropping some gems over there, and it's coming from a female fella. So, you know, that take the blinders off. You might even be able to sit one in front of that and let them soak that up. You understand? So, you know, hope you guys like the content. Hope you guys follow the channel. Make sure you subscribe. And we out.